The title of this podcast is Can You Handle the Pop-Ups? This podcast is going to start with a metaphor, and the metaphor in this case is going to be pickleball and life. This is the two I'm going to try to weave together for you. In this game, pickleball, which I've come to really enjoy, is outdoors the way we play. It is social, it's active, and it's just a blast. I love it, love playing it. And I love the people I get to play with. So when you're starting out in pickleball, and if you're a beginner like I was, and even if you play tennis, it's a different kind of sport because of the kind of ball you play with. It's a wiffle ball. So even if you hit it hard, it's not like a tennis ball. So it's different. But one of the common mistakes that new people, beginners make, is they pop the ball up. And when they pop the ball up, it becomes like a beach ball for the competition. And they slam the ball down on you and your partner. And so we play doubles all the time. And when I, have a beginner on my team, and I'm no expert or advanced player. I'm advanced beginner / intermediate. But I am aware of the pop-ups because I did them all the time, and I would get my partner crushed because the ball would be coming back from the other side very fast. And while I enjoy playing singles, it's a lot of fun playing doubles. And so I often have, like I said, a beginner as a partner. And I always ask my partner, are you okay with coaching? If you're new to it, are you okay with tips? Absolutely, give me tips. And I find myself repeating the same tips all the time, like don't pop the ball up. Here's what you're doing. Your racket face is pointing up, so the ball is going to go up. We're getting crushed on this side. And it's not about winning. It's about just getting better and having fun along the way, with the emphasis on having fun along the way. And so what I found myself doing internally is becoming frustrated mildly because this is Key 2.0 is still like present on the pickleball court to some extent, but is being pushed out or overshadowed by 1.0, who's becoming frustrated with all the pop-ups. And again, the pop-ups, if they're done well by if they're crushed or played well by the opposing team, then they become unplayable. But as you get better, every ball is playable. So I spent all my time, um, focused on my partner popping it up like all the time and more becoming frustrated. Now, I've lost sight of that. I'm happy to have a partner so we can play a foursome. Like, where's the gratitude in that? Because people put up with my poor play or me being a baby in the game and popping up everything, and they never said a word. They couldn't have been kinder to me and given me more grace. Now, how does this weave in? How does pickleball become something that's useful in your life? Here's an example. At Mayo Clinic, where I work, like a lot of organizations, staffing has been a challenge, especially during the pandemic and post-pandemic, if that's where we are. And with this challenge, you have individuals advocating, begging for new people to be hired so that we can increase staffing and perform the duties because people feel like they're being stretched very thin. There's so much on their plate and they're experiencing burnout. So guess what happens? As soon as you get a new person on your team, which you've been asking for, what some people do is because of the negativity of the mind, those default settings, what they do is they start to complain that the new people are not doing what they haven't mastered processes. How long did it take you to master processes? But the ego is not interested in that. Neither is the mind. So they become frustrated with how long it's taking them to do it. They complain to other people about how long this is taking. And the person who's new is not made to feel welcome. They're made to feel as if they are unwelcome, that will not be a great home for them to work in. A great, loving, compassionate, kind environment to grow and start to master the processes and the systems. So with each passing, they become an asset to the organization. So just like pickleball, when you get what you want, in my case with pickleball, a partner so that we have a foursome and we can actually play the game. In the case of working at the hospital or whatever organization you are, when you need help, when you need more support, you get it. You're never satisfied. You make them wrong for it. I made my partner wrong for popping it up just like I did. And we don't give people in the workplace the grace and, more importantly, the support to help them get better. So once I became aware that I was doing this in pickleball, I tried to apply it to other areas of my life. But let's stay on the court for a second. What I started to say was, what are two things that I can work on during this moment that my partner is trying to get better? And one of the things that I could do is give them grace and continue to help them no matter how many times they pop them up. Don't make them feel bad about it. The second thing I can do is what the advanced players do. They're at the top of their game in pickleball, is that every ball becomes playable for them. When at the beginning stage and something's being slammed back the opposite way from the team, it becomes unplayable. You're like protecting yourself from the ball coming back. The advanced players stand there and they block and defend everything and reset it to give themselves an advantage. Whereas, so they found a way to be encouraging to their partner and helpful, but also increase their skills of blocking and defending. So in the case of of work, what you can do is you can accept that that your new colleague is new, and you can work on your skills of heightening your emotional intelligence to expand your capacity for compassion, as well as work on your skills of being better at helping them master the processes. Like, be a good teacher to them. Spend time with them to help them get better. And what you'll find is the time that you're helping them get better increases your ability to be a teacher, to be a leader, and more importantly, to be a contribution to the organization, not just by doing your job, but helping the organization benefit by the increased skill set of your colleague who you've helped master the system. So the question is, can you handle pop-ups? Let me tell you, Keith Jones 2.0 has learned how to handle pop-ups on the pickleball court, and I'm learning how to do it more and more every day in my life. I hope you will too.